Hey, Coach here. Today's topic is what should I do if my rental property is damaged? Okay, so I get this question a lot, and I've dealt with it a lot over the years. What do you do? I mean, tenants moving out. So let's start from the beginning. Okay, when you rent to a tenant, you should do what's called a property condition inspection sheet. Okay, now you say, well, where in the world would I get those? Well, I didn't mention this in the previous video, but there's a site called the Landlord Protection Agency, THELPA.com, and I'll attach that link down in the description. Okay, I use those. I've been using their forms for 20, 25 years, and they work well for me. I never had no reason to change, so that's just kind of what I do. So they've got every type of form, every type of disclosure, smoke detector addendums. They got all kinds of different things in there for you as a new landlord, or even as a veteran landlord that's looking for some good forms. So there is a form in there called the Property Condition Inspection Worksheet. So when a new tenant moves in, walk through the property, make note of any dings, scratches, bangs, anything that's tore up, handle loose on the fridge, whatever the case might be, whatever. And then I like to even try to do a little bit of a video, some pictures of the property before the tenant takes possession. Okay. Now, in that, it talks about, fees and different things that you can charge them at the end of the lease term for stuff that's wrong. So at the end of the lease term, if you find something that's damaged, like, a huge hole in the wall somewhere that was hidden by a picture, or maybe a window that was broken that you didn't see, something significant. Now, normal wear and tear, as a landlord, I will tell you, don't get hung up on this normal wear and tear. You're going to get some scuffs and dings and chips and bangs and all that sort of thing. That's going to happen. So, I wouldn't be out there trying to pull money out of security deposit for stuff like that you can fix with just, paint, clean up. The stove is extremely dirty. Well, if it's got the slide-in burners, you got to put some new burners in, stuff like that. I don't get into that sort of thing. Maybe a smoke detector tore up and I got to put a new one in. I usually don't get too wound up on those things. But if it's something pretty significant and it was negligent and you can tell that the tenant tried to cover it up and move out. So I've got this inspection report. I've got pictures. I got a little bit of video. So when we come back to it, they've signed, we've signed, and that gives me something if I want to go to magistrate court to try to collect that money. I've got all this documentation. I've got pictures. I've got video. And it's pretty much a slam dunk if you want to go to magistrate court and try to recoup that money. Most of the time, if the tenants are pretty good and you're left on good terms, they will agree to take it out of security deposit or whatever the case might be. So I hope this helps. That's how you handle property inspections and fixing damage after a tenant moves out. So I hope this helps. This is Coach from CoachBuysHomes.com.